Hello everybody and welcome back to the Alpine map. So you join me on a sweeper. Yep, this is on ModHub, the link is down below, and it's a fantastic way of cleaning the animals because they spill a lot of food and stuff and you have to keep cleaning it. So yeah, it's a new mod and you can actually choose the colour scheme. You can have a bi-colour scheme or just one colour, it's up to you. And you can also change the colour of the brushes and all that sort of stuff. When I chose the colour of this one, I didn't expect it to look quite so Christmassy, but it does. So, oh well, it's kind of the right time of year. It is the right time of year. So, yeah, I should just go and find the trough. I think I've gone, yes, it's the other side. There are other mods similar to this which allow you to drive something, a self-propelled sweeper, to help clean up the animals. This is actually the first time I've used one, but I can imagine it's going to be really good, really useful, because all we have to do is press B and possibly V, no, just B I think, yep. Overload the silage, and I think it's putting it straight back into the trough. So that's a nice little system. Yep, just put it back into the feed trough. So it's not something that's going to be used that much, it's just going to be whenever it starts to get dirty. I wonder if you can clean it on the silage pits to sort of just, you know, tidy things up after you've done a full pit. Yeah, you can do. That's quite a good idea. And then can we just unload here? We can! Brilliant! So yeah, it's just a nice little, fairly simple machine. Very useful. Right, so on to the main job today. We are going to be working over in the new field. Oh, no, I mustn't forget, we've got all those bales. Yeah, absolutely. We have got, well, it was an empty processor. Let's just get a few more of those into there. And at midnight we are going to be paid. This is quite a fun game actually. See if you can get the silage bale into the processor. Yep, so they'll be processed in no time. I think that'll probably work from there, but we'll put it in there anyway. Meaning we can now return this tractor to the farm. Now I must apologise for yesterday's video. Something came up and I sort of had an abrupt ending. You probably noticed it went from a time-lapse of ploughing to just me saying goodbye. Yes, so not the ending that I was anticipating on, but I'll make up for it today. We're going to finish off that field. We need to tidy the edges and stuff. The headland needs to be all ploughed because I've just done the majority of the field. And we also could really do with drilling it. It would be good to drill it today. So we should be able to put the sides up on this trailer, if I can remember the control for it. It might be conflicting with the front loader. This should work. There we go. But I am impressed by this trailer. It transported the entire field load of bales, and it was very heavy. I did notice yesterday there were a few people who mentioned Pöttinger, yeah, the previous series that I was doing. It's pretty much finished, but I do have either one more episode or one stream to do, because we have all the corn, and the corn was planted but never got harvested. So I could really do with just finishing that off. I think it probably would work best as a live stream, but we'll see. Might be a one-off episode. But it was good, yeah, I enjoyed doing that series. I can't believe how long I was doing it for. It felt like about a month, but I think it ended up being about 3.5 or something. So yeah, impressive stuff. The time just flies when you are having fun. I've just accidentally tipped the trailer. It's a feature which I always forget it has. Okay, so here we go. We've got the 3 crawlers just over here. I'm not going to plough up the hillside. I'm going to stay on the level ground. But I do have quite a bit of tidying up to do. I might actually use Follow Me. And I might actually use the other 2 crawlers. Yes, if I set an offset with Follow Me, we can get the field done twice as fast. I'll just do that really quickly off screen. But yeah, it was a good system that we had going yesterday. So that is going to be going alongside. I think it's probably set to go a bit too far away. We'll see how it performs. Make sure it doesn't miss anything. Ah yes, of course, the setting has defaulted to not having create a field. We'll try again. That seems to be good. Okay, so yeah, we'll crack on, we'll get this field completed, and then we can move on and hopefully get a crop put in. It might miss a few bits, but overall it should be fine. Yep, it's working really well. Okay, see you in a minute. Well, that's looking okay. Not really looking for perfection here. We've really expanded the field boundaries because originally the field was much smaller. But we have stayed within the land that we actually own. Just remove that grass headland. Right, so yeah, just going to finish off here. And we can get a drill going. Surprising how quickly these machines do it with just a very small 3-4 plough, but I did want to use this because this is the plough which is part of the Alpine DLC, and I haven't had any other opportunities to actually use it. But putting it on a machine such as this one is just perfect. I did notice yesterday that these machines are quite loud, so it's probably quite difficult to hear me, but we're actually going to return them. As nice as they've been, they have been very good. Okay, so to begin with, I'll return 2. I know that I own 2 of those ploughs. I accidentally bought 2 instead of least 3. So, yes, we'll get rid of the most expensive, I think it was. I must have already had one. Yeah, so that's £20,000 back in. We have this. I'll take it back to the yard, and then we'll return the Fiat. And there we go. It is an absolutely fantastic machine, and it's so well modelled. Sometimes it's just so easy to take these things for granted, but just look at the detailing on the engine, for example. It really is high quality work. Very good. I wish I could keep it, but at this stage I don't know how I'm going to be able to use it on the farm. Obviously when I did the ploughing just then I had 3 of them. We will use it again, that is for sure. So I'm just going to lease this drill. I don't think I have a drill anymore. Yeah, pretty sure I returned it. So we can just leave it on a worker. Getting the field done. We have some seed. Now which is the best tractor? Probably something like the Burr just here. So we'll get that started. We'll get it taken over to the store. Come back here and get the seed. And then we'll head over to the field and it can do its thing. I think probably the best crop is going to be a cereal crop. Probably. I should probably buy a small pallet of seed as well, because I don't know how much we actually have in the pallets at the farm. Having said that, maybe 1 pallet here is going to fill it. Hard to say, but we can transport it back. Just lay it on the top. Yeah, looks like a full bag is about a full hopper. Oh, not quite, that's perfect. Brilliant. Wipe out the customer car parking. Yeah, might have to go for a different tractor. Because we don't have a front weight for this one here. Yeah, I put it on the Lindner. The Lindner will be the best one. Right, here we are. So my plan is to rest once I have got this going. Yeah, it really is not going to be good on there. I think the reason why is because it is a power harrow and a drill combination, so it's going to take a bit of power as well. But we need that ready. We do need the power harrow because we have just ploughed. Okay, so into the Lindner just here. Yeah, my plan is to harvest the canola field. If we rest, then it should be ready, I would hope. Not only that, but we'll get the money in for the silage from yesterday, which is all from the same field, so it will be very interesting to see how much we have actually made from that. It must be a pretty good figure, as we have sold it at the BGA. £600 for every 1,000 litres, that seems quite good. It's still a bit heavy for it, but I think it's going to be okay. We just need to buy a bigger tractor. Right, so that's filled that, so that can continue. Also, when we have rested, this field here should have grown quite a bit more. Might be able to apply some more fertiliser if it needs it. It doesn't necessarily need it, but we'll find out. I'll just get this started. Actually, that's not much better. Front loader, you would have thought would be enough, but we might have to put a weight on as well. We will try without, because we might need the weight for something else. Now, this is technically out of the field boundary, so I don't know if it's going to work. Ah, it is good. I guess because we created the field. So putting in some wheat. Very nice. I'm now going to have a power nap. And we'll see what happens by 8 o'clock in the morning. Obviously this field is not going to change, but the money will change and the other field statuses will update as well. Well, good morning everybody. Beautiful day. We made a bit of money there. I think it was 76,000 or something. You can see this field has grown a bit, so that's very nice. And the canola field has grown. It's now ready to harvest. So we're going to get that done. But of course, to begin with, we actually do need to have a combine harvester. So what is the best thing to do? That's always the biggest issue. Do you just rent a bigger combine? Or do you buy a smaller, older combine? Or do you just get a mod? I don't know really. I think I'm going to probably keep the mods for the survival series because they sort of, there's not that many, which will sort of fit in with Survivor Challenge, for example. So I don't want to use up the smaller ones. So I think, yeah, we're just going to go for something like the Massey Ferguson here. I haven't used that for a while. £10,000. Would that make it worthwhile? I know. I will use the StrawME mod, and we will actually create some canola straw. So I'll lease it. I'm also going to have to lease the header and the header trailer. Yeah, pretty sure this is the trailer for it. And the header. It's not that big, I don't think. 25 feet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, as I said, we'll create that different type of straw. Canola. We're on the way. So, yeah, I didn't realise that the worker was buying the seed. It was only doing for like 2 minutes, but I've changed that. The money was probably rocketing down. So yeah, the StrawME mod, I really am a big fan of it. It took me a while to start using it after it was released, but I don't think I could go back and not use it because it's just so useful. You make so much more money out of crops like canola and soybeans and corn. I'm going to be using it on corn in probably next week's multiplayer video, where we can bale corn stalks, which is going to be very interesting to see. Never done it, so yeah, it's going to be new to me. I'm sure many of my viewers have done it, or at least seen it being done. but it's just going to really increase the amount of money you can make from a field of, well, those type of crops, which I just mentioned. Anyway, yep, let's just go and get the stake to the field, get it set up, and we can get some canola in. Lunatic! Didn't you see my combine? Should never pull out in front of a combine. Especially if it's called Frank. Because Frank the Combine is very angry. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that brings back many memories. Such a good film. We'll have to do a bit of tractor tipping. Okay, so we drop it off there, we'll get the header attached. Not much space actually, because we do have a fence here. Just going to have to back into the crop. Yeah, I've done canola straw before, and it looks fairly similar to just normal cereal straw, but the price is different. I'm fairly sure it's worth a considerable amount more. Let's just take a look. Wow, that really is impressive. I've only ever seen the prices before on Survivor Challenge, where I'm playing on hard mode. So yeah, I think, is that soybean? Could be this one here. 749. That's good. Standard straw is 234. So that gives you a pretty good idea of that. And it does actually drop quite a bit of straw as well. You get a decent amount. So there it is. There were mods in FS15 and FS17 to do this, which was really good. But I think it was actually worth the same amount. I think it was classed as the same straw. Whereas this is actually textured differently, and you can sell it for a higher price. How big is this field? Yeah, it's a fairly decent size. It was quite expensive. It was like £150,000, which is extravagant. But look at the view. Beautiful view. Nice trees too. Yes, I think we're going to make quite a bit of money on this field. Probably way more from the straw than from the canola itself. That's nice, this area here. Sorry, just teleported from the combine. Yeah, it's just a nice place to visit, and a nice place to swim, it would appear. Okay, let's continue. Right then, so we are at a good stage, except the baler is in the way. Yeah, creating 20,000 litres of straw in each bale. It seems to be quite a good way of doing it for this. If this was the Survivor Challenge, for example, or Survivor Roleplay, I wouldn't. Would keep it at the number it should be. But, yeah, this is fine. We're creating quite a few. I'm tempted to take over the baler because it does seem to be struggling a bit. The combine's almost full. It's actually probably going to stop. But as I was doing that small time lapse there, it just got me thinking, when did everybody first discover Farming Simulator? Please do post down below. It doesn't have to be an exact date, but I think I know the exact date for me. I'm pretty sure it was January the 2nd, 2009. That's when FS08 was the only game out, but 09 did come out fairly soon afterwards, which I got immediately. I think it must have been April 09. Okay, so this is all going fine. Yeah, if you do know the exact date, it would be interesting to find out, really. But if you don't want to post down below, then it's fair enough. Yes, I think once the combine is empty, I will follow with the baler. Now it's going to be quite a bit in here, but this is an exceptionally large trailer, so it's not going to look that impressive. It's interesting that the worker decides to go diagonally, which is fine, it's not a problem, it's just interesting, because I would have gone up and down, as in along the edge of the field. No, I've got in the way. Yep, seems good. But as I said, I think most of the money is going to come from the bales. Right then, so that is another full tank put into the trailer. So that's looking good. What I need to do is continue with the baling. We're getting there. But of course, yeah, the work was struggling because of the way it's harvested this. The angle that it's going at. As I said, not the way I'd have done it, but that's just the way the worker is set up. So I'm going to continue, and hopefully next time you see anything here, it's going to be the end of the harvest, and hopefully also the end of the baling. And that was not supposed to happen, but it happens all the time. We're almost there. So yeah, despite there being 20,000 litres in each bale, we've still got quite a few bales. Over 100,000 litres in total. That's not bad going. Especially when you consider 1,000 litres is almost £1,000. In fact, that's just crazy. This is going to be interesting, to say the least, how much money we're going to make today, just from bales. So when it's finished, which is going to be in just a second, I'm going to unload the combine into the trailer, pick up the bales that we have, and then sell them. And then we'll end the video there. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. Finished. Almost ate the tractor. Put the auger over the trailer, and then yeah, I just want to take this tractor off this. It was just to transport it over here. I'm going to use the starer. Pop that there, and where am I? Getting a bit turned around. Switch that off, drop the baler off, and we'll get them picked up. How many are there? About 6? Obviously we do have one in the baler still, but we'll get that out in the future. Yeah, I think it's about 6. Not bad. Now I've decided I'm probably going to keep this auto stacker on a long-term lease. It's very cheap, especially as I'm doing so many bales. Are there 7? There might be 7. Maybe I should have done 10,000 litres, it would have looked more impressive. There's always next time. But I did just want to get this done. Yeah, that is actually really good. 7 bales. So I think probably including what we have in the baler, close to 150,000 litres in total. And where can we sell this? Probably the barn. It's one of them. Yes, the barn, which is... oh, very close. We'll head over there. In fact, it's literally there. That's amazing. What the business that owns the barn doesn't know yet is these 7 bales are going to put them out of business. They have a big bill. These are the world's most expensive bales. How do we get in? Just through here. Okay, I don't know how big the trigger is. I'm hoping I can just put it here. £104,000. Well, that's pretty good. That's quite impressive. In fact, that's far better than silage. So, on that amazing end, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.